profanity-laced post-game interview in the commercial break. Coach Mangini gave us something similar.
Oh.
Let's roll tape.
What's happening?
And when you have Mahomes, it's, well, he'll take care of it. And I think Baltimore fell victim to that with Lamar Jackson, where guys came out but the whole game they're saying, oh, don't worry, Lamar Jackson will handle it. You know, he'll get done. And it works, but it's low percentage. It's low percentage football, and at some point that is going to run out. And when you make those types of mistakes, it's going to be those mistakes that you look back 20 years from now and say, I can't believe that was the difference in the game.
Oh, that was great.
What the what?
Right.
That's how I feel a lot of times. I just don't say it. But that looks very authentic.
Yeah, this isn't a locker room. This isn't the field. You got to clean it up.
That was very authentic. I can't wait to hear the feedback.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have to shout out Jimmy Fallon, who I feel like we stole that bit from entirely, but I love it. I wish we did that unnecessary censorship more often. We're allowed to do that. He didn't copyright it. Everything's stolen under the sun. I love it. That was great.
So off-brand for Coach.
Maybe on the bottom of the screen if it happens to go
Oh,
out.
you know what? It's a Jimmy Kimmel bit, and Cousin Sal, who works on that show, works with us, so I feel like it's all
basically we're not stealing.
Exactly. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel basically works on FS1, so it's totally fair.
Right.
Yeah,
Got it.
No problem at all.
Time to play drawing a blank. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers was sacked 3 times, threw 2 interceptions, and lost a fumble yesterday. As Nick would say, that ain't great.
Ain't great.
So, Danny, the most disappointing performance Sunday, in your opinion, was blank.
It was Aaron Rodgers. You mentioned the lethargic game. The numbers overall, if you just woke up and looked at the box score, you'd be like, he played fine, well enough to win. But the first half, it just wasn't there. He was struggling. He had the uncharacteristic interception. And the reason it's disappointing for me is because the narrative is going to continue. Where is the playoff success? 1-3 in NFC championships. And I hate that when that becomes a part of the discussion, because he's an incredible talent. For whatever reason, maybe it's lack of talent at some point around him. He can't go over on the other side of the ball. But I hate that that's going to be the narrative that's going to continue with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I was disappointed, obviously, with the defensive performance there. But for me, the most disappointing guy was Derrick Henry. And I truly believed that he was going to be able to continue the ride that he was on, the string that he was on. And I'm disappointed that they didn't give him the ball and give him more opportunities in the second half, even though the score was a little bit skewed.
And that play right there was his last rushing attempt of the game. That happened with 23 minutes left in the game. In the final 37 minutes, he had 5 carries for 8 yards. And my answer is Derrick Henry as well. The reason I was shorting his stock this week was I just didn't think he was going to have the greatest 4-game stretch in the history of professional football, and it turned out he wasn't able to have the greatest 4-game
Well, maybe if they'd continued to give him the ball.
I was going to say, was it on him or was it on Vrabel for not letting him run?
For a half.
Did he have 19 carries or
And
something?
it was partially on Patrick Mahomes for extending that lead and making them think they had to throw when maybe they didn't.
All right, from bad to good, Mahomes did have a stellar performance, finished with 4 total touchdowns in the win, but Danny will let you decide the most impressive performance on Sunday was blank.
I mean, I know Captain Kansas City over here, where he's going, and our boy Nick, but I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert as the most impressive. It just so happened to work out that way. But what Mostert did on that stage, in that system, to be that dominant with 220 rush yards, 4 touchdowns. You're talking about a historic performance. And call me a sucker, but I am a fan of the Cinderella story, the unlikely nature of his career and this rise to stardom.
I love his story, too. And I feel the same way. He's so good in that big opportunity. But I say the most impressive was still Patrick Mahomes and his ability to score almost at will and overcome the mistakes that this team has made. And they've done a lot. Defense has done a lot of different things to try to stop them. And it's hard to just slow him down at this point.
Patrick Mahomes is the answer. That play right there iced the game. The run at the end of the first half flipped the game. We're now to a place where if he throws an inaccurate ball, you're shocked. That maybe his best throw of the day was to Kelsey in the back corner of the end zone, an impossible throw that I still think Kelsey might have got his feet down if they ended up throwing the challenge flag. Instead, they scored a touchdown next time anyway. Highest passer rating in NFL history in the postseason. Patrick Mahomes, the answer.
All right, after 20 weeks of anticipation, the Super Bowl 54 matchup is now officially set. It is the Niners and it is the Chiefs, and they will battle in Miami for the Lombardi Trophy. Danny, the favorite to win the Super Bowl should be blank.
The best player on the planet right now is Patrick Mahomes. It is always a safe bet to say that's going to be the better team that comes out on top, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs. So impressive what they've been able to do. I don't even think there's much debate around it. It did open a pick-em move slightly up towards the Chiefs' favor.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs, too, because of Mahomes. I'm concerned, though. This is the 26th ranked run defense, and we saw what San Francisco did and is willing to do in the running game. And to me, that's a concern in addition to the self-inflicted wounds.
Like I said earlier, I don't know what my pick's going to be, but the favorite should be San Francisco. San Francisco in the postseason has not been challenged. They haven't trailed for a second of action. They are right now as healthy as they've been all year. And the things they do really well are the things the few things the Chiefs struggle with are the things the Niners do the best. So for all those reasons, and I think the Niners have 3 or 4 different ways to beat you. The Chiefs have one way to win this game, and that is Patrick Mahomes playing a triple-plus game again. That's the only way. So the favorite should be the San Francisco 49ers. Question would be, could the Chiefs overcome that because they have the best player in the world?
What time? Are you trying to set up like some dramatic, like day before the Super Bowl, here's my pick?
Yeah,
I don't know who I'm going to pick yet.
I thought exactly the same thing. I felt like he's trying to move the line in Vegas so that his bets are a little bit better.
You know who you're picking.
That's exactly what it was. Like,
right there.
It should definitely be the 49ers.
There. I mean, maybe I like the Chiefs at -1. You know where I'd love them at +2.5. Yes. I mean, I don't know. Listen, I just give truthful analysis, and I think the Niners check a few more boxes. They're healthier. They won more games this year. They haven't been tested in the postseason. All those things. In fact, the more I think about it, I don't even know if the Chiefs have a shot.
There we
Oh,
go.
thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Take a break. Coming up is Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl.
Happy birthday, too.
So happy. He's so happy.
So happy.
What a gift I was given.